Well, hello, everyone. My name's John Holton. I'm a member of the South Brevard Coin Club. I'm also the auctioneer at the Coin Club. Been living here about 8 years. I'm 75. Been doing coins since I was 8 years old. Mom got me started. You know how that goes. I'm from Houston, Texas, and so I was born and raised. I had ads out in the paper to buy and sell coins, and a young lady called me up. She lived about 40 miles north of Houston, and she worked in a little mom and pop little country store, and said, I've got all these silver dimes and silver quarters and silver $50 and some paper money that I want to sell. I'm getting married and I need the money. I said, I'm on my way. Well, she told me about a strange note, dollar bill that she had. And she took it into Houston. The two coin shops offered her $120 for it. And she decided to keep it. She decided to keep it. But I ended up buying. I paid for her wedding. I bought everything, and it was like about $5,000 worth of coins. She worked there a long time to get all, and they allowed her to pick and choose anything she wanted out of the cash register, just as long as they just replace it. But I ended up buying this strange note, and it ends up being a mismatch serial number note. There's two serial numbers on every note. On every $1, $5, $10, there's two sets of serial numbers on the front. They're supposed to match. This is a 7-digit mismatch serial number note. What it means is there's only 4 known. There's only 4 known of this note. After I did my research on this note, I found out 1 sheet of notes got out from the mint, out in circulation. A sheet of notes is 32 notes per sheet. Only 4 has surfaced. This is a 1995 $1 bill. And I'll pass it around. I got written up in Corn World on my note. It's a discovery note. It had, I can't tell you enough. I was so excited. I knew it was worth money. I bought it for 3-4 times the amount that she was offered. I knew it was worth a little bit more than that, but I wasn't into era notes. I was into coins, not paper money, but I bought it, and she was thrilled to death. And the serial numbers are supposed to match, but they don't. Mm-hmm. So there's only 4 known. The 3rd note got sold in a heritage auction in 2023 for $16,800.
There's 4 known of the 32. So, do you think that they're just floating around out there and nobody even has a idea?
Think about it. Who looks at the serial numbers?
Nobody.
Dollar bills only last about 2 years. They get used up, they get torn, and they sent back to the Federal Reserve, and they're destroyed.
So they aren't out there then?
I mean, from 1995,
No.
it didn't exist. They don't exist.
No.
Okay.
Unless someone has them back in their safe,
Right.
and and just.
And who keeps a $1 bill?
I do. I have some of them.
Yeah.
In a safe?
Yeah. I mean, so all this time, there's only 4
Coin
known
collectors.
that they know of.
Oh.
Back, this is a 1935 silver certificate. When they flew and on an airplane and they crossed the equator, they would sign the note, date it at that time, and they call it a short snorter note. This is a special note because it has Bing Crosby's signature on it.
Oh.
That's what makes this so unusual. Bing Crosby signed this,
A singing dollar bill.
a singing dollar bill, and it's right, the signature is right on the right side of the president there, and you'll see it.
How did you come about that?
I've had that note for years. I bought it in a collection back in Houston. I don't remember how much. I know that note, other short snorter notes, they go for around between $300 and $500. So it's worth
Yeah.
$300, $400. Of course, it's
Not
worth.
shabby. Not too shabby.
No, not too shabby, not too shabby. Show you. I worked in 2 coin shops back in Houston. And I worked in the engineering department. I was an engineer. And back in the 80s, I got laid off, right along with everybody else. But I was already doing coins on the side as my side business. And I just stepped up my coin business and I never looked back. I just never got back into engineering. I've done coins ever since. But I worked at 2 coin shops in Houston, and I was putting a Standing Liberty quarter collection together. It's the quarter before we have the Washington quarter. It's Standing Liberty quarter. Standing Liberty quarter. And a gentleman came in the coin shop, had a group of Standing Liberty quarters. I was putting a set together, and I ended up buying them all. And I ended up sending them off to be graded, and they kept them. Usually the grading service, it takes about a month to have the coins graded. And they kept them for 2.5 months. Well, where's my coins?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on? And and they told me, well, one of them, they sent, I think I sent 6. They sent 5 back to me, and the one, where's my coin? They said, well, we had to send it off, and we're having to show it to different people around the nation and the big shows. You have a discovery coin.
What'd they pay you for it?
Well, they wanted to buy it so bad.
No, I mean, for you just sent. Did you get any money for just lending it to them?
No.
Oh,
No. I got written up in Coin World and Numismatic News, both. This is my discovery coin. I have a discovery note and I have a discovery coin. It's a 1917 D, which means Denver, double die reverse.
Wow.
It's stamped twice on the back. There are very, very few variety eras in the Standing Liberty quarter collection. Very, very few. So this is extremely rare.
They don't have to push a button to do that, right?
No. And
in other words, one coin, that coin didn't flow out, and the next one didn't come in, right?
That's right.
In time.
Boom, boom.
Right.
Boom, boom.
Right.
I mean, they're putting those coins out just
Yeah, thousands.
milliseconds. I
Yeah.
mean, just spitting them out. In me, you get offered crazy money for stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't pass it up. Well, I mean, I may never get offered that kind of money for stuff. So
You wanted a new car.
Yeah. But I collected baseball cards too.
Yeah, I did too.
I wish I had all my baseball cards. I ended up selling my baseball card collection and putting a down payment on a house.
I did the same. Yeah.
Oh my God. I had Mickey Mantle baseball card. I had all kinds of
I had
baseball
signed
cards.
ones.
I had all kinds of baseball cards, and I look on eBay and look at the prices, and oh my gosh, I wish I had them back.
When I was a paper boy in the 50s, I had a safe about this big, and I would throw all my tips in it and everything, and all the stuff I made from the paper route.
Yeah.
And then I would just take it to the bank when it got full and cash it in for face value. And it was all silver. And I kicked myself every time now.
I did the opposite. I looked at the coins and kept them.
No,
Because I was a paper boy.
So
I did the same thing.
I had that safe, and years later I got married. And my wife and I worked outside, and it was cold and it was miserable up in Connecticut. And I was reading a newspaper on a Sunday, and it said silver. And the price of silver was like $27 or something like this. And I says, wow. And I knew I had that thing someplace. So I went up in the attic and I found it. But there wasn't much in it. But anyway, her uncle was a coin collector, so we went over to his house, and he said, well, you got some good stuff in here, but he says, take it to this coin shop, because he knew he did that stuff like you do.
Yeah.
He says, go there, I'll call them up, they'll know you're coming. So we went straight over there. Anyway, I had, I think, $87, and I turned it into enough money for her and I and our oldest daughter to fly to Florida for a week and back on vacation.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we wanted to get out of the cold,
Sure.
and it was great. But I wish I had all the other times I had.
Oh,
to do that.
yes.
My God.
Yeah, I think of all the coin collections I've bought and sold, and wish I tried to pull coins out of each collection, that I wanted for myself, but I ended up selling it all.
And then when I went
Get offered crazy money, and they wanted it too, so I couldn't pass it up.
I had-
But I set up as a dealer too.